guys, so today I want to do a different kind of video. I wanted to do advice videos when I first started my channel, and I think I did about one or two. I don't even know if I uploaded all of them, but I even did one with my friend Yuri, and it was just like a girl talk video. I believe that everyone has a different opinion. That's not necessarily a bad thing, and I believe that we can all just share our opinions and, you know, get ideas from different people who have been through the same situation or similar situations. So I'm going to give you advice randomly about different subjects, and this is all going to be candid. I haven't written anything down, which probably would have been better, just so I could be clear and concise about what I'm going to say, but I just wanted this to be very real and just from the top of my head. So yeah, I'm going to go for it, and the one that I want to talk about today is just something that's been on my mind recently, and that's how to deal with a relationship that has ended. It could be a friendship, or it could be a relationship with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or even like a family member, because sometimes even family can break up. So that's what I want to talk about today, and sorry if my voice is all nasally. I'm still getting over being sick, and I'm wearing this hat today. Let me know in the comments down below if it's too distracting. I know it has dog hair all over, but I really just wanted to wear a hat today. So first of all, there's many reasons why a relationship might have ended. You know, one party might have been at fault, or both parties might have been at fault. There might have been constant fighting, or even if it wasn't fighting, it might have just been that you guys have been drifting apart for a very long time. And it doesn't make you a bad person if you can't remain friends, or if you can't remain in a relationship with a person. It doesn't make you a bad person. Like, I know you might have thoughts going through your head, like, oh, I'm such a horrible person, nobody likes me. You know, especially if you're the party that's at fault. You know, everyone has done bad things in their life. No one is perfect. And just if you did something bad to this person, the only thing you can do is apologize. And if they don't accept your apology, then maybe you just need to give them a little bit of time. Maybe you really, really hurt their feelings. And the best that you can do is apologize. And you can just only try and forgive yourself. Even if they don't forgive you, you gotta forgive yourself, because you can't hold on to that feeling forever. Finally, when you just forgive yourself, it's like the light shines down on you and you're like, you know what, I'm not a bad person. I'm not. And yeah, I made mistakes, but I can learn from those mistakes and I can move on. So that's the biggest thing. If you're at fault, you know, don't weigh yourself down with the negative. I believe if you're the person who got hurt, that you should try your best to forgive that person. I really honestly believe in forgiveness all the way around, and I believe if you forgive, that is going to make you the bigger person. That is going to make you the person, you know, that people can come and talk to for advice. And I believe you don't have to forget what that person did to you. If they really hurt you, then you need to remember that. But I do believe forgive them, but always remember in the back of your mind, oh, I'm not going to let that person do this to me again. So, you know, just kind of, like I said, it's a learning experience either way. If you're the person who got hurt, just learn from that. Also, learn that maybe you need to be a little bit more cautious with your friends or your relationships, and maybe you need to set a little bit more ground rules. Maybe you need to stick up for yourself a little bit more. Maybe you weren't confident and maybe you let that person push you around, or maybe you were just such a nice person that they took advantage of that, because it does happen in life. Like, you can be a really, really nice person and that person will just like walk all over you, and at the end of the day you're going to end up feeling like you did something wrong. And you did nothing wrong. You were in the right. You were as nice as possible, but you let that person walk all over you. Just learn from that experience. Be a little bit more confident. Stand on your own 2 feet. And you need to tell that person no occasionally, or the next person in your life, your next boyfriend or whatever. You need to tell them, no, I don't value your opinion because it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like you putting me in that situation. you know, don't be just someone who gets walked all over, because I've experienced that as well. I've experienced times when I have been so sweet and it makes me so sad at the end of the day, like, because I'm trying so hard to please that person and they do nothing for me, and you end up resenting them, and it's not a nice feeling. You end up resenting yourself as well, because you're like, well, why am I just being such a pushover? You know, so those are my two biggest pieces of advice right there for either party, if you're in the wrong or if you're not in the wrong. Forgiveness and just accepting that maybe you need to learn from these experiences. So those are my two first pieces of advice. I totally believe in forgiveness. I do not believe in holding grudges. I believe that makes you a bitter, angry person. I do not believe in holding grudges, because I just always believe in trying to be the best person that you can be. So I've actually been dealing with this experience for a really long time, and there's no easy way to bring it up. I have wanted to, but, you know, out of respect, I haven't really brought it up. And also, it's really not easy to just, like, talk about this kind of stuff. But I decided to talk about it today because, I don't know, I guess I just feel like I'm finally kind of getting over it, and I just want to keep motivated and I want to keep pushing forward. So yes, I was friends with this girl, and how do I describe this? Okay, we were friends for a really long time, and it was easy to be friends when we first became friends, because, you know, we were both very innocent and loving, and we just had a lot of good intentions. And then we both went through really bad experiences. My bad experience was that my mom passed away, and it did make me a very bitter, emotional person. I went through a very bad period of time in my life where I was just very confused and angry, and I mean, I still get that way sometimes, but I try, and I've grown up a lot since then, and I am able to better handle myself. Now, my friend also went through a bad experience, and I can't really talk about it, but basically where she made a mistake and it really affected her life, and she became a very angry, confused, messed up person as well from that experience. And she was not able to forgive herself. She was not able to move past what she had done. She was going through a time in her life where she just wanted to party like crazy, and me trying to protect her, I tried to control her a little bit, because I thought, you know, I don't want her to hurt herself. I don't want her to, you know, make another mistake that is going to affect her life, and just try to be there and give her advice. And I tried to keep out of it as much as I could, but I think constantly being around her and just seeing how she was so sad, that just made me like want to help her so much. So I think I overcompensated, and I began to help her with like everything, everyday life chores. I would always put her before myself, and you know, I was like, my wants and needs became like second nature to myself. Like, I didn't really think about what I wanted, and I was always constantly trying to do stuff for her and be there for her. And it got to a certain point where both of us were resenting each other, and she was resenting the fact that she said almost that I thought I was better than her because, you know, I hadn't gone through these experiences, and she felt like my help was almost like putting her down, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, I get that, but for me it was that I was only trying to come out of a good place. and I got resentful that I thought she was trying to, you know, take advantage of me and never listening to my feelings, and that the relationship was all about her. So yeah, basically we were both going through a very angry time, and because of that the relationship basically dissolved because we just ended up fighting all the time, and it was not a very healthy relationship, and we couldn't move past that. That's why sometimes I say it's okay to be a good person, but you gotta take a step back, because I was only trying to be a good person to her, but my help probably got misconstrued, and it probably got to the point where I was helping too much, and I was probably being way too controlling, and I probably should have just taken the step back, because, I mean, it wasn't just affecting her, it was affecting me. Like, I was feeling like I had no time for myself, and I'm sure for her, it was that she was so stressed out by this, that, and the other, that, you know, she just wanted to focus on herself, and maybe yeah. I'm not trying to say she's a bad person. I don't think she is a bad person, and I don't think I am a bad person either. One thing I'm disappointed in that she did to me after that, after our last big blow-up fight, is that basically she tried to get everyone to turn against me, all of our friends, and she was even texting my fiance. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of the same friends, and so we can't really shut each other off from our lives completely, because we do have to go to a lot of the same events, and I mean, that's just something that happens sometimes, unfortunately, and I know it's super awkward if you do see that person again, but just try and be as friendly as possible. So another tip that I want to share with you, because I do think it will help a lot, is put that person out of your mind. And I know it might be so hard. I know it's so hard for me to not obsess over things, and the only way that I could get rid of images of that person was to get rid of them completely, even from like social media, so like Facebook, Instagram, just like remove them, block them, or remove them from your friends list. I know it might seem kind of douchey, but honestly, you need to put yourself first, and you need to, if they're always on your Facebook feed page, you're not going to get over them. You're going to be constantly looking at what they're doing, who they're with, and it's going to hurt you. So, you know, just remove them from those pages, and remove them from your phone, because having their number in there is not good. I remember having her phone in there. For the first couple of weeks, I tried to be really nice and just send her positive messages saying that I still love you and I still want to be friends and I hope we can just get past this, and she completely ignored me. So at that point I was like, well, why am I trying? Why am I hurting myself even more? I don't think she was the worst person in the relationship. I don't think I was the worst person in the relationship. Do I think she did bad to me? Yes, I do. I probably did bad to her too, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we probably did both bad things to each other, but why was I continuing to try and reach out to her? Like, she cut me off, so what was the point? Like, I felt like, I don't know. At a certain point, you just need to let go of that person, and I took out her number, and then actually one of her boyfriends was harassing her on Facebook, and the only way I saw that was because he was commenting on a bunch of my pictures with her on my actual Facebook page, and so I personally said that he needed to get off of that page, that he was saying nothing but negative and hurtful things, and that he needed to leave everyone alone, that he was being a bully. After that, she did contact me through text messages and was like, thank you so much for sticking out for me. And I think at that point it could have been easy to get back into the friendship. I just cut it off at a certain point because I knew that it probably wouldn't be the best to just jump into the relationship, but it was nice knowing that, you know, we could still be there for each other if something bad was going down. And I will, you know, if someone's gonna hurt her, I'm going to stick up for her. It doesn't matter if I'm not particularly getting along with her at the moment. I will always stick up for her, and I don't know if she will stick up for me, but that is not the point. Whether you're the person that hurt them, or they hurt you, or you both hurt each other, it doesn't really matter. Just take them off for right now, and you know, in the future, if you guys get back together or whatever, that's fine, but don't be expecting that. Don't be expecting to become friends again, or to become boyfriend and girlfriend again. Don't expect all of this stuff. Just, if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But at least you're not living your life for this person. You need to live your life for yourself. You need to live it each moment just trying to find your own happiness. And if you're always searching for another person's happiness, then you are never going to feel complete within yourself. So that's my biggest advice. Just try and be happy. Just try and get past this bad experience. I know it's really hard, and I know it's hard not to focus on what happened, and it's hard not to focus on all those feelings of hurt. It's hard to get out of a rut, and it's hard to get past feeling hurt and angry, and just try as much as possible and just look for something good in each day, and try and focus your mind on something that you really, really love. Put your energy into something good. That's basically all I wanted to say. I just want you guys to never be completely down on yourself. I don't care if you're a good person, I don't care if you're a bad person, I don't care if you did good things, I don't care if you did bad things. Today is today, and you can be a better person than yesterday, and you can achieve some great goals. And don't focus on negative people. Don't focus on people that are going to weigh you down, and just move on with your life, and something great will happen. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this advice video. Hopefully some of my tips will help you. Please leave comments down below if what you guys want to see. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in for this advice video. And I love you so much. Bye! Peace.